Hi, I'm the Malt Activist, and today we have with us a whiskey that has no name. I'm not even kidding. This is the Compass Box No Name. Before we begin, let's have a look at this label. How cool is this label? Man, these guys do some good work, right? On their bottles. I love it. Absolutely love it. So I was really excited about drinking and trying this whiskey out only because it has 75% Ardbeg in it. Now, it's not enough that I can just go buy an Ardbeg and drink it. It has to be hidden somewhere in a blend to excite me, which is both sad and exciting at the same time. So, Compass Box. If you don't know about Compass Box, please climb out from under that rock that you've been living and pick up a bottle by renowned whiskey maker John Glacier, who is absolutely he's a whiskey phenomena. Started Compass Box maybe about roughly 20 years ago in Glasgow, and basically changed the way of blending, really, and has over the years come out with some incredibly amazing whiskeys, and this is one of them. So this Compass Box No Name is made up of 4 whiskeys. So yes, it's a blended malt or a vatted malt or a pure malt. Call it whatever you will. The names keep changing on a daily basis, so I can't keep track anymore. It says blended malt Scotch whiskey on the label, so let's just call it that, right? So blended malt. So it's made up of 4 whiskeys. I'm going to put that up on the screen right now. There you go. So as you can see, we have 75% recharred American Standard barrel, right? Which is intense smoke and peaty and tarry. That's your Ardbeg. Okay, it says malt whiskey made near Pier Road, southeast of Islay. I wonder what distillery that is. Then you have about 10.6% of refill American Standard barrel, which is lightly smoked and a bit medicinal. That's a malt whiskey made near Port Ascaig. That would be Kalila. Then you have a recharred hogshead, which is waxy and fruity and ethereal. And that is a malt whiskey made near the village of Brora. I wonder what that is. Clynelish, if you're asking me. Now here is where I'm a little stumped. I was told by the brand ambassador what this last whiskey is, and oh my god, I think I've completely blocked it out. It's 0.5% of the total liquid. It's a heavy toast French oak hybrid cask. It says Highland Malt Blend. So, I think it's a blend of some Highland whiskies that were put in heavy toast French oak hybrid cask. So that's just 0.5%. Gives you some clove, spice, and caramel to the mix. So I wish I knew what that last bit was, but I think we've done about 99.5% of the whiskeys in there. So I think that's okay. Okay, let's see what the fuss is all about. Immediately I know what whiskey this is. It's unmistakable. It's absolutely unmistakable. So, it's almost like nosing the 10-year-old, but also very close to the Port Charlotte 10-year-old, which I did a review of recently. And that is a very, very similar nose to this one because it has a peated citrus feel to it, and it's also then blended with I think 25% French oak matured whiskey. So first fill bourbon barrels plus French oak casks that make up the Port Charlotte 10, and incidentally also make up some of this, which is why the nose is very, very familiar. So you have a very familiar tarry, sooty, peaty nose, but it has a nice creamy, buttery vanilla to it as well. There's custard, hint of spices, you know, that what the French oak would give you. Granted, there's not a lot of French oak in this, but it's just reminding me of this. Yeah, so buttery, so oily, so fatty. This is if you're an Isleophile like me and you know go to the distillery every year in search of these flavors, then when you put this to your nose, it takes you back. Lovely nose, just perfectly balanced with the sweetness. Oh, I forgot to tell you what the ABV on this is. 48.9%. Weird ABV. I'm not sure if it's watered down or if just so happened that all the casks, when they were blended together, gave them 48.9%. I like it. Yes, very easy on the palate, nicely balanced, lingering spices right at the end, that vanilla, that coconut, that very creamy, buttery, fatty, oily viscosity is there as well. The lemon, lime, but a rounded citrus, you know, like a sweeter citrus with maybe just like a hint of green apple, like a tart green apple somewhere in the mix. And just everything so, I think, perfectly balanced and working well together that it's hard to find a fault, you know, when you make a whiskey like this. And especially with blended whiskeys, you know, you can't blame anyone but yourself if your blended whiskey sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can understand single malt whiskeys because they're kind of left up to nature, and so if something bad happens, you can always blame Mother Nature. But when you blend a whiskey together, that better be some good shit. And this is good shit. I really like this. Yeah. Slightly spicier on the second sip. But overall, very nice dram. I really like it. I think ticks all the boxes for me. As far as even strength go, I think 48.9 is a whatever, 50% is a nice sort of middle ground for this type of whiskey. It has a bite, but it's not overpowering, which is good. It helps, I think, maintain the balance of the entire whiskey with the sweetness of the fruits and the smokiness and the peatiness and the tarriness of that Ardbeg in there. So yeah, another successful whiskey put in a bottle by the good folks over at Compass Box. So thank you for joining me for this whiskey review. I'm the Malt Activist. Until next time, peace.